the Arab League, Lebanon, Saudi Arabia, and Syria. Yemen joined as a member on 5 May 1945. Currently, the League has 22 members, but Syria's participation has been suspended since November 2011. The League's main goal is to draw closer the relations between member states and coordinate collaboration between them, to safeguard their independence and sovereignty, and to consider in a general way the affairs and interests of the Arab countries. Through institutions, notably the Arab League Educational, Cultural and Scientific Organization and the Economic and Social Council of its Council of Arab Economic Unity, the League facilitates political, economic, cultural, scientific, and social programs designed to promote the interests of the Arab world. It has served as a forum for the member states to coordinate policy, arrange studies of and committees as to matters of common concern, settle interstate disputes and limit conflicts such as the 1958 Lebanon crisis. The League has served as a platform for the drafting and conclusion of many landmark documents promoting economic integration. One example is the Joint Arab Economic Action Charter, which outlines the principles for economic activities in the region. Each member state has one vote in the League Council, and decisions are binding only for those states that have voted for them. The aims of the League in 1945 were to strengthen and coordinate the political, cultural, economic and social programs of its members and to mediate disputes among them or between them and third parties. Furthermore, the signing of an agreement on joint defense and economic cooperation on 13 April 1950 committed the signatories to coordination of military defense measures. In March 2015, the Arab League General Secretary announced the establishment of a joint Arab force with the aim of counteracting extremism and other threats to the Arab states. The decision was reached while Operation Decisive Storm was intensifying in Yemen. Participation in the project is voluntary, and the army intervenes only at the request of one of the member states. Heightened military arsenal in many member states and, in a small minority, civil wars as well as terrorist movements were the impetus for the JAF, financed by the rich Gulf countries. In the early 1970s, the Economic Council put forward a proposal to create the Joint Arab Chambers of Commerce across European states. That led, under its Decree K1175, D52, G to the setting up of the Arab-British Chamber of Commerce, mandated to promote, encourage and facilitate bilateral trade between the Arab world and significant trading partner, the United Kingdom. Following adoption of the Alexandria Protocol in 1944, the Arab League was founded on the 22nd of March 1945. It aimed to be a regional organization of Arab states with a focus to developing the economy, resolving disputes and coordinating political aims. Other countries later joined the League. Each country was given one vote in the Council. The first major action was the joint intervention, allegedly on behalf of the majority Arab population being uprooted as the State of Israel emerged in 1948, but a major participant in this intervention, Transjordan, had agreed with the Israelis to divide up the Arab-Palestinian state proposed by the United Nations General Assembly, and Egypt intervened primarily to prevent its rival in Amman from accomplishing its objective. It was followed by the creation of a mutual defense treaty 2 years later. A common market was established in 1965. The Arab League member states cover over 13 million square kilometers and straddles 2 continents, Africa and Asia. The area largely consists of arid deserts, such as the Sahara. Nevertheless, it also contains several highly fertile lands like the Nile Valley, the Jubba Valley and Shabelle Valley in the Horn of Africa, the Atlas Mountains in the Maghreb, and the Fertile Crescent that stretches over Mesopotamia and the Levant. The area comprises deep forests in southern Arabia and parts of the world's longest river, the Nile. The Charter of the Arab League, also known as the Pact of the League of Arab States, is the founding treaty of the Arab League, adopted in 1945. It stipulates that the League of Arab States shall be composed of the independent Arab states that have signed this pact. Initially, in 1945, there were only 6 members. Today, The Arab League has 22 members, including 3 African countries, among the largest by area and the largest country in Western Asia. There was a continual increase in membership during the second half of the 20th century. As of 2020, there are 22 member states and 5 observer states. Libya was suspended on the 22nd of February 2011. Following the start of the Libyan civil war, the National Transitional Council, the partially recognized interim government of Libya, sent a representative to be seated at the Arab League meeting on the 17th of August to participate in a discussion as to whether to readmit Libya to the